Kia ora, my name is Kiri Gould and I am the Program Director for the Bachelor of Early Childhood Studies.
Kia ora, my name is Marek Tesar. I'm Professor in Early Childhood Education and Head of School and Associate Dean International.
Marek, can you tell us about the Bachelor of Early Childhood Studies and who the program was created for?
Thank you, Kiri. I think that's a great question to start our conversation, because program Bachelor of Early Childhood Studies was created for our future students who are really interested in education, are interested in early childhood education, but they are also interested in a wide range of experiences of working with young children, thinking about policy, thinking about the environment, thinking about curriculum, thinking about play, and thinking about wide opportunities that working with young children can take you without actually becoming a teacher or not knowing if you want to be a teacher.
So the program is for those people who are really passionate about young children and know that they want a career with something to do with young children and their families, but perhaps aren't sure exactly what career pathway they want to take. So the Bachelor of Early Childhood Studies has been designed really as a kind of multidisciplinary specialisation in the early years of children's life. So it has a little bit of child development, has a little bit of inclusion and diversity, child psychology, teaching and learning, has some papers around the context of Aotearoa, so some Te Ao Māori and Pacifica focus papers. And from that, we think that the students get a really good foundational specialisation in the early years of children's life, so from 0 to 8. And from that, they can decide, what career pathway they want to take, and there's multiple directions that they might want to go in.
Can you tell us a little bit more about those career pathways?
Yeah, so lots of students in the BECS will go on to do a graduate diploma in teaching, but they might also go on, for example, we've got students in the BECS program at the moment that are really interested in the role of play in therapy with children, so they might go on to pursue like a play specialist or a play therapist kind of role. We've got students who are interested in child development research, so we're thinking about what their careers might be as a researcher in the early years of a child's life. And we've got other students who are interested in things like how they might contribute to the policy landscape and more equitable situations for young children and their families. I think that the Bachelor of Early Childhood Studies really is founded on this idea that what happens for children in the first years of their lives, so from 0 to 8, are really impactful for their whole lifespan. Those years are super important. So someone who's developing specialist knowledge in that area is really committed to equity outcomes for children and their families. And so I think that someone with that knowledge could have influence in all sorts of places. They could be really important, that knowledge could be really important to take into a teaching situation, or when we're thinking about developing curriculum for children. It could also be important in terms of advocacy and policy, or in any kind of advocacy role for children and their families, and really important to take note of in terms of research careers too.
I agree. I think that the BECS degree is a perfect setup for that kind of thinking around how becoming a researcher and become an advocate for children is sort of merged and combined together, because it is a transdisciplinary degree. It allows you to take various core courses as well as some elective courses, where you are able to create sort of your pathway through it, where you sort of get a whole-rounded knowledge and very holistic understanding of what it means to be a child, what is childhood, what's happening in children's lives, what are some of the issues with respect to children's rights, for example, children's participation in a society. And this degree will really prepare you to have an impact, to make a positive change with children and for children. And I think is really powerful. And as you say, it sets you up really well for future career pathway, whether you want to be a teacher, whether you want to be a researcher, whether you want to be a policymaker, or whether you just want to do something with children and contribute to more equitable outcomes for our younger citizens.